What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whisky Website Wednesdays. This is episode 60. My name is Meira. I'm the social media manager at Outside the Box. This is Gowsh. We hope you guys had a great New Year's and a great holidays, and we are glad to be back. Today we are drinking Craighellachie, and we will also be talking about some marketing fails stem from the recent H&M controversy.
I'm going to assume this is pronounced Craighellachie. But...
Gowsh, you want to give us the notes? No? Okay.
Sure. So, just so you know, this is Craighellachie, whatever you want to call it. She's going to be opening it. So, I generally like to go with the producer's notes, but there's tons of weird different notes out there for this one. So, I'm just going to we're going to try to nose it ourselves. However,
you will. I can't smell.
The aromas are a lot of bonfire type aromas with marshmallows, baked apples. I don't know who puts baked apples in marshmallows, but that's what the producer said. Baked apples studded with cloves. Tang of sulfury cordite lingering in the background. Basically a very complex flavor, malty, sweet, and slightly smoky. It does sound like it's right up our alley. That's the kind of flavor we go for, a little smoky.
It's a Speyside malt, so that's right up the alley.
Let us find out. There's a lot of other ones I read, like some people said there was tropical fruit aromas in there. Some other people said there were, what was the other one? Someone said there's a meaty smoke balance, and I was like, okay. Someone said tropical fruit, and someone else is saying meat. Never had this meaty fruit.
Well, no. Have you ever tried pork chops with apples? It's really good. Yum.
Definitely very pale yellow. Ooh, I can actually smell an apple. Yeah. You can actually smell like green apple.
I can't smell too much. I'm gonna go on my taste sense.
Did you know that green apple is actually more healthy for you than red apple?
I thought it was higher in sugar though.
I don't know any of this. Someone just happened to mention it. I thought it passed along. I'm not a big apple guy.
So is it is it a fact or just a rumor?
I don't fucking know. I like oranges. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
That's really sweet. A little kick at the end though.
A lot kick at the end.
Ooh, there's the smoke.
I do not get smoked meat.
I don't get smoked meat. I get smoked though. A little peatiness at the end. It's weird.
The sweetness isn't like overpowering though, which is it's kind of nice.
I now get what they meant by the fruit, fire, and flavor.
I actually really want to add a little bit of water to this one.
Very fruity smell. Very fruity smell.
I didn't say I was going to add it gracefully.
Very fruity smell. Very fruity start, and it's very smoky ending. Well, I'm going to continue to drink. Let me know how it tastes with the wine. We will walk you through it.
So today we're going to be talking about the recent H&M controversy. Now, I think it was Monday this stemmed from, or sometime this past week or whatever. But there was an image, I will share it right here, of a little African-American boy wearing a shirt that said coolest monkey in the world, or coolest monkey in the... coolest monkey in the jungle. That's what it said, because it's all this giraffe and it's like this jungle theme. There was other shirts modeled by Caucasian children. One of them said survival expert. So basically this entire campaign stemmed a lot of controversy and a lot of it had this very racist undertone, overtone. It was racist. Let's be serious. I saw it, and even before I saw any of the other comments, I was like...
Yeah, because I was scrolling through, and I saw it before I saw the meme or the comments, and I was like...
That's not right.
So we're saying no one at H&M spotted this?
And this is the thing. Even for a small company like ours, we have a QA process. We have a process where we look at everything before it goes out, before the world sees it. So there's no way that a brand director or art director or anyone in H&M or a larger company like that could not have seen it.
I'm flabbergasted, to be honest. I was looking at it like...
That's not right.
So we saying no one looked at this and was like, huh, this is not working.
So the reason why we want to talk about today is because advertising and marketing go hand in hand, and the way that you present your brand online, whether it's positive or negative, showcases more about your company, the company culture, the competency of your company, just the sensitivity. Does your organization have stuff like that in place? This has led a lot of people to boycott the brand, which means people like The Weeknd, who was a brand ambassador, has pulled out. It's not
Jeezy.
Yeah, not hanging out with H&M anymore. And H&M is actually a Swedish brand. So,
oh really?
Yeah.
I like the Swedes. What happened?
So there has been a lot of outrage because they don't have those sensitivities. And then a lot of other celebrities use their social media platforms as a way to boycott the brand and have their followers boycott the brand. So people like LeBron James, T.I., Diddy, all of those.
I saw Diddy had posted this. Well, I think he offered the kid that was in the picture a modeling position at Shanghai.
Oh wow!
Or a contract of some sort. Yeah.
That's
this after. I mean, his picture is now plastered with this and is now the face of this whole situation. So I mean, it's only.
Could you imagine being a little kid and not really knowing?
Yeah, that's what upset me. Was it's like, okay, the kid obviously can't say, doesn't even really understand the connotations.
Oh,
however,
what about the parents? Do you think
that's what I was wondering. I'm like, did the parents not see this? Did they not, care to mention it? To be honest, this is what I said to Meira. I was like, are we saying there's no black people at H&M? Because how did no one spot this? Or was it really actually a rogue faction? Because isn't that what H&M kind of tried to claim it was? That it was like one section of their company that kind of didn't really go through all the works. I don't know.
Well, they removed it from being sold in the U.S., but that still doesn't discount the fact that it was even put out there.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't have got to that stage. And a company like that to get to that stage is crazy. But
what we're going to do is go through a few other marketing fails. You may have seen these last year or in previous years, but they're still worth mentioning and just stuff to consider, stuff for you to... In October of 2017, Kellogg's was under fire for their Corn Pops advertisement. The cereal box design had a janitor who was darker, and he was wearing a janitor's uniform amongst other Corn Pop characters that were yellow. Just one janitor. Just one that was darker, and all the others were yellow. This one, I was like, what the fuck? Actually, what the fuck? So, Dove, I have 3 examples of Dove.
I think I remember this first one. Wow.
I have 3 examples of Dove that have been huge marketing fails. So the first one is a 3-second video of a black lady taking off her shirt and revealing a white lady in a nude shirt. And it was a 3-second clip that just kept going, and I was like, what the so your body wash just takes off, like, I'm brown, like that. What the fuck? Like, come on. Why are we doing this? I didn't even know what to say. So I'm gonna read this so I don't get this mixed up, but Dove had another one in 2011 where it was 3 women of different ethnicities standing. From left to right, the skin tone got lighter, and there are posters behind them with the before features of dry skin and after of healthy skin. Now, the dry skin was behind the black lady, and the after of the healthy skin was behind the white lady. So it kind of gives a connotation that...
why not just have 3 black ladies or 3 white ladies and just have it...
I don't know. And it's just... Well, and then the last example of Dove that I found just for these purposes was in the United Kingdom. They released 6 different shaped bottles to represent women's body types. So there was a fat one, and there was a skinny one, and there was a curvy one, and whatever. But overall, I don't care about the bottle type. I don't need that to represent for a woman. No one cares. So don't do that. No one. I don't care. No, just be normal. Just.
This is my bottle type.
I would rather just give me the product. Like shit.
Yeah, but the Dove's Dove.
I haven't bought Dove in forever. Clearly. Then there was the other one, I think this was last year, where Pepsi had Kendall Jenner. It was basically a mirror of the U.S. protests of the Women's March and the Black Lives Matter March that were happening last year. That was a huge controversy.
That was just, honestly, man, there's so many things wrong with that. A, Kendall Jenner. Hate that whole family. B, Pepsi, Coke's bad. And C, what the fuck? The cultural appropriation of that whole family is on an insanely annoying level now.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm not rich.
So there was another one by Nivea, and they released a white is purity advertisement for their deodorant.
Was Hitler was Hitler the marketing manager for this?
Nivea is actually German. It's a German company, I believe.
Okay, I honestly didn't know that. Like, I legitimately didn't know that. The coincidence was literally purely coincidental. The proof is in the pudding, or the lotion, I guess.
Needless to say, that was deemed racially insensitive. Bud Light had a campaign encouraging people to remove the word no from their vocabulary. So for drunk people, it's like the perfect beer for whatever happens, just say no. Or, don't say no.
Well, do they know what's happening in the world right now? I think a lot of people say no. I think this is the problem.
Yeah.
People say no and people not respecting the no.
There is IHOP who use their pancakes to make boob jokes. So there was one tweet that said, the butterface we know and love. And there was another one that said,
I'm sorry, I have to laugh at that one.
There was another one, a picture of their pancakes that said, flat, but it has a great personality. They have like the knob of butter on top of it as well. So pancakes
They had to make
butter.
it look like...
Yeah. You got Bic, you know, they make the pens and like the lighters and stuff like that. So their South African division, I guess. They put an ad on National Women's Day telling women to act like a lady and think like a man. They also release pens just for women. So I'm not a feminist or whatever, but I just need a pen. Like, I just need the ink, bro.
But what does a pen made for women, how does it differentiate itself?
They were pink and purple.
Okay, that's sexist.
Yeah, I don't know, but if you go online and you search it up, the comments under it are hilarious. I think it was on Amazon. The comments are so funny. What do you think of the H&M controversy as a whole, or any of these other?
I mean, the H&M one is clearly, you guys fucked up. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you apologize. You put it out there. Yeah. You should have some sort of vetting process. You should have some sort of QA process, and it should pass through as many eyes as possible.
Do you think it was intentional though? Because
so I did think this as well, because some people do subscribe to any publicity is good publicity, and the sheer fact that they are now on top of everyone's mind. However, with the current situation in the world and the current, I guess, everyone's on kind of tippy toes right now as well, and everyone's walking on glass. There's a lot of controversy going on. There's a lot of things that are being brought up and finally being dealt with right now. Yeah. So the world, at least, it's almost a powder keg of like emotion. So I don't know if they thought this was a good intentional negative publicity stunt. I think that's going to backfire on them, because ultimately the negativity that's going to come from the colored community is going to it's not going to go over well.
Especially as like we're colored, we're brown, so
I'm like super brown.
Our eyebrows, and not that our race has anything
eyebrows
to do with it, but it's also it is a sensitive subject for a lot of people as well.
Oh yeah, I mean,
don't blame anyone.
Color issues are across the board for all of humanity, it seems like. Yeah. So at the end of the day, regardless of what the issue was with the H&M, it just should not have happened. No. And if it was intentional, then you guys are just plain stupid.
The company that I like who handles their Twitter account so well is Wendy's.
Wendy's Twitter is fire. So straight fire. They have savage to seven levels.
If you can be savage and humorous at the same time, kudos.
I think savagery goes hand in hand with humor, but sometimes that can get out of hand. But anyhow, Wendy's, thank you for your input to society.
Verdict on the whiskey.
I'm mixed. I really like how the whiskey begins. I just am not a big fan of the finish.
It's a little overpowering, right? Like the sweetness is there, but
how was it with the water?
Didn't really do much.
I will try this with the ice. I do tend to find that the ones with the smokier finish, a cube of ice usually kind of dulls it down, but then it does break down that water down, kind of break down that bouquet. Regardless, I'll try it with some ice. It's worth a shot though. What was I think the price range was in the $60-$70 range at LCBO.
It's a Christmas present.
Regardless, it is it's a try. You can try it if you're a fan of Speyside and smoky whiskeys. Go for it, but otherwise, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah. With that being said, for any of your marketing inquiries, be sure to email us at think@outsidethebox.com. This is Gowsh. I'm Meira. We are out.